So we're back with more Obduction. One thing I did not get a chance to do, and I'm trying to do it right now, is look back over the old video from Tuesday. So we had a bit of a mystery where I got to a certain part and could not figure out what I had done that had locked me out of the place with the pods. And I'm just jumping back over there now on my screen. Let's go ahead and resume this. There's a door that was open, and I don't know what I did that caused it to close. Actually, there are several. there are several things that I did that I don't know, or there are several doors that all closed. Alright, I guess I'm not going to figure it out from here, am I? Yeah, we'll kill that. Forget it. Alright, back to this. Oh, that's in my frustration, and I decided to come back here. I don't really think there's anything I'm gonna figure out here that's gonna help, but it's worth a shot. I'm just sitting here mentally, like, I'm like, okay, which button brings up the map screen? Oh, none. Which button brings up my objectives? Oh, none. The only thing I can do is walk and manipulate. Which way do I want to go? Oh, actually, I can't go this way because I can't summon that elevator. Did not even notice that that was there, but that's nothing. So we can either walk straight or I can walk through the wall. Unfortunately back on the old computer. I got all the data transferred over to the new computer, but in the process of running some Final Fantasy XIV last night, I found out that it does crash if it gets, I don't know if it's that it gets too hot or what, but something causes it to crash, so I don't want that to happen while we're streaming. So until I get that figured out, we're back to the old computer. The crazy thing too about this game and this type of game in general is it's not like I'm gonna like walk over here and find a screwdriver and pick it up and go, oh, this must be the screwdriver I need to get into. The only thing that you find is knowledge. And I suppose spheres that, you know, teleport you from one place to another. So I could get somewhere I've never been, but I'm not going to find a thing that I carry around. Did I want to go up or down or in? Kind of in wander mode. I'm trying to remember if there were any unsolved mysteries here other than the Russian box. There's a distinct possibility that that Russian box came... obviously, the the aliens here didn't make it. So that would be a fantastic coincidence if they happened to also use the Cyrillic alphabet. But no, that probably came from the submarine. So it's a little unfortunate that, like, I had mentioned the first 2 streams of this, I ended being like, I can't wait to play. Uh-oh. OBS Studio is disconnected. What happened? Did my whole internet disconnect? We're back. My internet just went out for 2 minutes. It is a mystery. Like this game. Wouldn't that be the best if your internet went out and you had to be like, is this a puzzle? Is this a puzzle that I don't have internet? I totally forgot we did have an unsolved mystery over here. I don't know if it's right here. Somewhere there's a way to get to the tree, and we can't get there because I think anyway, because the gear is currently spinning. And I was supposed to figure out which gear it was and then turn it off so that I can walk through. Here is our Russian box friend. Doing that puts the Russian box back down there. Do I want to do that? I don't actually know if it needs to be down there or not. Let's save the Russian box as a mystery for another time, because right now, this... I don't know if it's something it's probably not something I'm supposed to figure out through trial and error. That doesn't seem to happen that much in these games. From here, where did this go? Is this the one that goes? I have to check because I don't remember. Does this go back to the entrance? Does. I could leave it here and go all the way back around, but I don't want to do that. instead what I'll do is when I go to leave, I assume I'll leave through that way, and I'll take the elevator down there. And then leave. That's a good plan. That one is gone. That's down there. Well, I can't stop any of this, I don't think. I can't stop the whole thing. Or can I? Yeah, let's not try. At some point, I think I need to go back to wherever I wound up after taking this elevator down. I have to go back there so that I can take it back up. In fact, instead of someday, that's the thing I should do right now, because I can't get... I want to get down there, but I can't get there through these means. Alright, so what's the plan? The plan is... Where did that come out? Did we eventually get out to the thing? The first rotating sphere that we found with the motorbikes powering it? Oh, you know what I just thought of that would be really, really cool, and it probably does work this way. Those inventory lists that we found, if you can actually find every single one of those, every single part. There's like 6 ballpoint pens and a vacuum cleaner. So it may be that all 3 of those, there's the big tree, and there's 3, apparently, 3 things that need to power it, or be solved in some way. Is it? Oh, you know what? I should go the other way, because the path to the junkyard's open now. I think it's quicker, and I think it'll give me more ideas. If those 3 puzzles are things that could be solved in any order, like right now, whatever I was just working towards, it's not necessary that I solve that before the other things. You can do them in whatever order you want. Here was another... Yeah, what? This is probably just a shortcut, but I would like to know where this is. Where are there rocks that I have not destroyed? That are inside of I don't know, a short wooden tunnel. Over there. Was there one over here that I never... Over here towards the beginning? Yeah, that's it right there. Can I, from right here? Should be able to. Yeah, as long as it's facing that way. We're gonna take that out real quick because it's you know, yet another handy shortcut, and who knows, it may be even more important than that. All right, so facing that way, which means reverse onto this track. Reverse, reverse, reverse. So now forward. Forward on this track. Forward, forward, forward. Alright, so unfortunately, I have to turn it around. That takes time. We'll do it, though. Because in the meantime, I'm trying to think. Alright, thinking time. While we're taking the long, buggy ride. Rail car ride. We want to get back into the mechanical world through one of the exits. There was one way that I left that world and never came back. I went and looped around some. By the way, where am I trying to... I know where I'm going. Is this way to go to the turnaround spot? I believe it is. It's possible that this is going to lead somewhere new, but I think it's just going to lead to the junkyard. Maybe not. It doesn't seem like that's directly across. Hopefully this does take us somewhere new. That would be awesome. When we were down... Alright, I need to think of better names for places. We went down to... Oh, I know. It was down there with the, what did we call it? The bathroom? Because there was a scale. There was a scale and a dead alien. When we were down there, we found that crazy place that was full of beetles where I thought I was going to meet a pentarch. And we found 2 exits. One of them just led to a small platform in the green world that unlocked the door, like the main door to get in. The other one led to the... It led to the place where you could swap with the rotating sphere, but where did that ultimately wound up going somewhere else that I don't remember. And it's hard to backtrack if I don't remember. So here's this at least, at long last. It sucks, because I got the cart up here before. Maybe I just wasn't in the right direction, or maybe I was and just didn't realize, oh yeah, you can totally laser those rocks from here. Alright. Did that? That did it. Good. Oh, where do you take us? Tunnel. Yep, to the scrapyard. That's fine. At least we did it. At least it is done. At least we have a whale. Are there any unsolved mysteries down here? There's the sphere. There's that thing. Okay, hold on. Does that mean I'll feel a little silly if I didn't realize this. Chat was probably yelling at me like crazy and exclamation point hide. Does that mean 406 is the code to get into the tower? Can I get there from here? I don't think I can. I gotta be up there. Does this lead up there? No, it does not. Oh, this is how you get there. Look, we go through here and then we take a U-turn and go through this tunnel or the other one? Yeah, it's this tunnel. Does that just mean the 406 is... Because there was a place that was circled where we found that code that looks like the number 15. There was also a place on the map that was supposed to be circled. Was it this door? Is this just 406? Wow. Alright, well, progress at least. Big progress, because this is the mayor's office. Maybe. Wasn't much of a mayor. Yosef for mayor. Vote. Vote for Yosef. This leads to right across from the tree. Yes. And the mechanism to open the tree may be here. We got a place we can look through to see who's there before we activate. Okay, that's going to go down. Good, good. But before we go, Luther Roscoe, Carl Hun. Oh! Oh, that's what AH and BH stand for. We haven't seen BH before, but that must stand for Hunrath. Like when they got teleported here, they were like, okay, we're gonna start calling it Hunrath. Maybe, or maybe there was some other event. Carl Hunrath, John Farley, Benjamin Sims. Oh, I did not realize that Carolyn Farley was the mayor for a very brief period of time. These are not years. These are probably days between Mr. Sims and Mr. Jansen, who may have been a guy, a mofang the whole time, or maybe not. Mr. Mayor, at your behest, here is the information pertaining to the Bleeder, its history, and some of the engineering behind it. The Bleeder project was designed and built at the request of Mayor Sims to collect and dissipate the ever-increasing power in the entire ecosystem. Collect and dissipate the ever-increasing power in... Are we not obeying the laws of thermodynamics? Mayor Sims was reluctant to allow the system to come to fruition as he and others had been suspicious of Mayor Farley's death. Hold on. Mayor Farley's death? Oh! Different Farley. Okay. So there was a John Farley. I didn't even catch that at first. John Farley was the mayor for a while. He died, apparently. Benjamin Sims took over. During Sims' tenure, we got this Bleeder project, and at some point, Caroline is going to take over as being mayor, briefly. There's some good history here. All right. Reluctant to allow the system to come to fruition as he and others had become suspicious of Mayor Farley's death, he believed that without knowing more precisely what would happen to the cell wall at fruition, it was ill-advised to allow it to possibly open, thus allowing what might be outside in and what might be inside out. The cell wall. I guess they mean the barrier around the whole thing. Come to fruition. The system has the capacity to throttle all 4 connected worlds. The idea, as you are well aware, thank you for writing this sentence, as you know, the idea is to suppress the ecosystem power and thus inhibit full maturity of the trees. It was postulated, and since became apparent, that this suppression will keep whatever unknown maturity process from happening and grant us direct control over tree fruition. Okay. The rate of dissipation is sensed and regulated automatically. The power is collected through Villain-engineered extruded cables that attach directly to the dome membrane. When the maximum power level is exceeded, the dissipation phase is triggered, creating an electrical charge followed by a discharge into the water. The rough electrolysis... through electrolysis, an amount of hydrogen and oxygen is generated. We capture some of these elements for our own use, but the great majority is released into our atmosphere. This gassing might be a cause for concern were it not for the ecosystem's ability to filter and maintain our atmosphere at near ideal levels. Excess hydrogen and oxygen content and pressure generated by the process is rebalanced quickly by the membrane. And as you know, we discourage swimming when the bleeder is operational. Regards, CW. So, maturation, they may be afraid that right now, it seems as though, or at least at the time of whatever that thing was that we read, things outside the dome are unaware that the dome exists. They walk right through it and get teleported to the other side and can't see that there was anything, can't see that anything happened to them. They just run right through it. It is possible that if the bleeder, without the bleeder, the tree would eventually reach full maturity and maybe drop the dome, like this, the whatever system this is that creates this tree, and the trees create the seeds, blah blah blah, that it eventually goes, okay, it's been long enough, it's been so many months, years, centuries, the dome drops, and now you're actually fully mixing with the outside world, which is dangerous if we're at war with the Mofang. This Yosef guy really did a lot of campaigning. He's got so many posters. No, it's the back side of the... Okay. Two sides to it. Alright, this calls the elevator, probably, if this works like other thing. Oh, let's look at this too. Books over here. Wow Award for Community Excellence. Alright, I guess it's just a thing. I get it. When I first found these, I assumed that that was a seed. That it was like, oh, don't go near it because there's like, it means a seed appeared somewhere and it might swap you. Who knows? No, that is the device that I walked up to and nearly died. For someone, may all your doors stay open, Mr. Something. Mayor? I'm gonna steal his pens. A compass? I actually want to take this with me. Can I, please? It's not actually working. It's not telling me which way is north. New York? What about it? What about New York? What about New York? And can I open this? Roscoe. Roscoe, New York? Is that a place? Northeast Oast? North Oest South Northeast South Oest. Never eat soggy oobleck. Drawers? Nothing in drawers. Obvious book. Lay it on me. 17125 AH. Special Council Session 2. Discussed final approval of Farley's plan with regard to the imminent attack. The full council vote was unanimous, and I gave my final approval. Preparations update. Farley says that tunneling is almost complete. Tham informs us that the Villains just completed their construction and have started testing. 17126 AH. Special Council Session 12. No one attended. I will inquire as to reason for their absence. 17127 AH. It appears that the council members feel like we're having too many meetings. Since the plan has been approved, perhaps we can reduce our meetings to every 2 days for now. While I was asking Cecil about his absence, I also inquired about securing the tower area. The next day, 17128 AH. Special Council Session 13. Cecil will provide a new key code for the lower lock in the next few days. Cecil was concerned about any survivors not having access, so it was decided that we would conceal the code in Farley's house and give the residents the location as they were being chambered. I also had him change the upper tower access code. A clue to that code has been placed under the A clue to that code has been placed under the direction of our first mayor. Where's my useless notepad? Placed under the direction of our first mayor. Weird. 17129 AH. I have decided to bring some of the more important mayor's logs with me for chambering, specifically the initial Hunrath log, and then the logs that document the history of our conflict with the Mofang. I would think we would have an extra chamber available for historic documents. 17130 AH. Special Council Session 14. Only Tham attended. He informed me that because of the dire circumstances, the others were either extremely busy or not inclined to have long discussion about the situation. I told him I would suspend the regular Special Council sessions, and we would simply meet as the need arose. I'm still on the fence of is this guy Mofang or not, because is he Mofang or just a dum-dum? 17131 AH. I paid a visit to Farley today. I asked her to check on the availability of a chamber for the documents. 17135 AH. I've spent the last few days collecting documents. I've divided them into two categories, chambered and vaulted. The vaulted are less important, but obviously worth making an effort to save. They can be moved into Farley's vault area. The vaulted category will also include any books that we've managed to collect through the years. 17137 AH. With less than a week remaining before chambering begins, the population is tense. We've had several town hall meetings to try to answer any questions, but the realities of the situation make it difficult to assuage fears. 17138 AH. Farley has informed me that there is one final confirmation from Chabar. If Farley doesn't hear from her by the end of 17141 AH, then there is no turning back. There is an odd justice to Farley's plan in that whatever the Mofang bastards send to kill us will be returned back to them. Okay, so we still don't know what this plan is exactly. We know that they're doing it on the Villain planet in the pods, and we know that that's right above the tree, too. I don't know if that's important or not. I had assumed at first that whatever they were doing, because there are multiple species in there, I had at first assumed that, this is their plan to get back home. But if they're all doing this together with other species, that's not it. They're doing some kind of long-term cryo storage for some reason, and I don't yet know what that reason is. Or if it's just this is the only thing that we can do because there's Mofang and they'll kill us if they find us. Inform me that there is one final confirmation from. All right, 17140 AH Special Council Session 15. A special meeting was called to go over the plans for the final time. Farley had several instruction sheets to distribute. The Mofang weapon illustration. A list of all souls that will be used as a basis for the chambering manifest. That's like a nautical reference, right? All souls? Maybe? I could be making that up. Thorough summary of the battle plan. These will be distributed as necessary. No word from Chavar. 17141 Farley tells me that be at least one chamber available for historic documents. Any other extra chambers will be loaded with emergency provisions and medications in case either Hunrath or Murray are completely destroyed. No word from Chavar. 17142, no word from Chavar. Death is on our doorstep. Curse the Mofang devils to hell. 17143, I am leaving to be chambered. This this journal will remain here to inform any future souls of what our last days were like. Under the direction of our first mayor. Can I flip this around or something? No. And which one do they mean? Do they mean Luther? Or do they mean Karl Hunrath? I wonder if 6-digit code, right? If it's going to be 010220. For a minute, I thought that was a treasure chest. And then I thought, maybe it's a mimic. I better not touch it. And then I touched it. Can't stop me. Alright, let's take the elevator down. Or up. Not up. Not down either. Good. Good. Really, though? Why not? What do I need to do to power it? Are there clamps on it or something holding it in place? I can kind of see down there. I can see a bed. It just leads out here so that we can take a shortcut if we want. All right. So this feels a little endgame-ish because the only way to get this code would be to get into the mayor's office, which requires you to have that 406 code, which requires you to know to get into the garage, which is in the scrapyard, so that you can learn their numbering system. That's a long way to go. This is buried. This is something that we couldn't have found out in the first hour or two. If this number works, I hope it was a 6-digit code. No! Really? Wait. Is this just the same office? Okay, that... I didn't realize. This just leads back around to that same elevator, and this must be why it's not powered. Right? We did turn on the power. I'm gonna go check that. Everything is powered now, because we flipped the breakers. Is this really not? It was a 6-digit number. really thought it was going to be the dates. While I'm here, we're just going to check this. There should be a thing that says everything is powered, including the tower, which is, I guess, where we just were. Don't know for sure what the red is supposed to be. Oh, the red is probably where the power comes from. Yes. Sure, why not? Oh, we finally got into the mayor's office, only to be stymied yet again. Key code for the lower lock. Okay, securing the tower area, and that's what this is here. That's what I guess. Cecil will provide a new key code. Concerned about that. Oh, it was decided we would conceal the code in Farley's house. Oh, wait. There's two codes. Securing the tower area. New key code for the lower lock in Farley's house. I also had him change the upper tower access code. A clue to that code has been placed under the direction of our first mayor. Maybe they do mean the first one, Roscoe, right? Because something over here said Roscoe. This said Roscoe. Under the direction. A clue to that code has been placed under the direction of our first mayor. So if New York is the hint, is the compass also a hint, the way that it spins? Because it's not spinning normally. I can't make any sense of the spinning of the compass. And anyway, this is No, hold on. Hold on. What if this... This is the lower access. This is the lower access, and this code that I got is the one that was concealed in Farley's house. So the upper... Hello, plane. The upper code is the one that I'm looking for. Upper tower access. Clue to that code has been placed under the direction of our first mayor. This one doesn't spin at all. Hey, Somi. I was worried that I wasn't making much progress. Last stream we had, I got good and stuck. Just got home, huh? Yeah. Last time I got good and stuck and didn't really know what I was going to do. And now I was making pretty good progress, and now we just got a bunch of new information and I don't quite know what to make of it. I am looking for a 6-digit code to type in at the thing that's up there. I'm not also, even though I'm explaining this, if you were to figure it out, I don't want any hints. I'm just venting my frustrations and making it clear what it is that I'm trying to do here. We were just told in this journal, Cecil provided a new key code for the lower lock, and we got that code. That's how we got in here. I also had him change the upper tower access code, which is the 6-digit code. A clue to that code has been placed under the direction of our first mayor. Over here is a list of the mayors. The first one was named Roscoe. There is a box on the table that says Roscoe, and when you open it, there is a compass inside. And on the bottom of the compass is a post-it note that says New York. That doesn't help. The compass also does not seem to work. It spins around instead of actually pointing somewhere, which is fine because we're on an alien planet. Stuck for 2 hours on something really stupid in the Book of Unwritten Tales. I'll have to make sure I avoid it. No, what was the one? Remember, you were playing the Life is Strange sequel or side game or something, and I went and looked that thing up for you, and I'm like, you should really, really let me tell you the answer to this. It's really dumb. And it was for the Captain Hot Dog game or whatever. The code to unlock the dad's phone was like something from the web page of the game that you wanted to play. I was like, what a bizarre how is anyone supposed to figure that out? Alright, so because I don't know how to interpret New York as a 6-digit code, or what other clues there might be. Is there something else here that also says Roscoe on it? And this is so weird that this is a non-functioning compass that says O instead of, like, is that a, this is gonna sound really stupid, but did we used to have a different word in English that we used instead of west? Or did we used to spell it with an O? I've never considered such a thing. There's also this license plate just hanging out. Why would he like this license plate so much? Iowa 6648 DCT. Like that could just be a total red herring. Why is this scratched off too? I don't think there's gonna, like, this isn't usually a pixel hunt type of game. I don't think there's anything we need to hunt around for. We haven't found any, like, maps of the United States anywhere. There is a US flag here. And there is a, I don't know, is this like their symbol of their town that they adopted? We got a Japanese flag and a France, Italy. Can't see what the other color is. Is it just red and white? Red and white cross? Who can say? Yeah, may the odds be ever in your favor. It's a fun little thing to dedicate on a doorstop. But they favor junk pretty highly around here. So because of these notes, we now know what the bleeder is and what will happen if we turn it off. That's maybe going to end the game. Alright. Alright. Let's stop fooling around with the mayor's office. Let's strike out in another direction. We're gonna go... I can't swap inside of here, can I? I can.